Get a piece of paper and a ball pen. Try to answer the questions and know how you scored.
Ready?
What is the measure of the degree of thermal agitation of molecules? It is the constant temperature at which the vapor pressure of the liquid is equal to the atmospheric pressure. The cause of the majority of fire deaths is what kind of gas exists solely in the gaseous state, under pressure, and at normal atmospheric temperature, inside its container? What is a material that easily yields oxygen, in quantities sufficient to stimulate or support combustion? What moves rapidly by convection and can spread laterally along the ceiling? The transfer of heat from one material to another by direct contact is called It is the conductive estimate of existing conditions in a fire incident, such as personnel, equipment, and life hazards. The action which is necessary to contain the fire in a smallest possible area. In a combustion process, which event comes first? Before attacking a fire in a closed building, it is necessary to determine whether ventilating is necessary, and if so, the method to ventilate, which is of least value in making such decision. The technique used in clearing a building of smoke, and with the use of smoke ejector, is called the clearing of smoke and heated gases at the highest point of the roof is referred as Which of the following occur when a room is heated enough that flames sweep over the entire surface? Which of the following best illustrate arson? A term of the start of the combustion. Its detailed process of a solid is very complicated, since the proportion of different flammable vapors vary from one material to another and contact with oxygen must take place before combustion can begin. The greatest concern of the firefighter at the fire or crime scene is to Most malicious fires are set by individuals secretly. It is either set for revenge or self-aggrandizing, or set by psychotic fire setter, or for sexual gratification, is called. If fire occurs in a flow of liquefied petroleum gas storage tank and the flow cannot be checked, the safest practice is to Fire can leapfrog across wet malls and shopping centers through electromagnetic waves. This heat transfer is What equipment is made of trussed or solid beam, where rungs are connected horizontally to the beam, forming ascent or descent? What is the upper section of an extension ladder? How many % of air is needed to sustain combustion? The lowest section of an extension ladder is known as What are the right questions to ask an arson investigator interviewee in any fire investigation? Which method is considered appropriate in fire scene search involving big space or area? In collecting glass standards after the fire, samples must at least be the size of a quarter and must be taken from what area? Which among the following data concerning photographs as evidence is least essential? Which of the following is an investigative deficiency in arson evidence collection? To cut a hole in the concrete floor for a cellar type, the cutting operation should start the intelligent and logical questioning of a suspect about a crime to secure a confession of guilt is called Level of oxygen when a person feels dizziness, headache, and rapid fatigue. Level of oxygen wherein a person becomes unconscious. Level of oxygen present in the air. It is yo protect properties of values from preventable damages. It is a continuous passageway for the transmission of air. A wall designed to prevent the spread of fire, having a fire resistance rating of not less than 4 hours with sufficient structural stability to remain standing even if construction on either side collapses under fire condition.
A fire hydrant should be carefully opened when in use in order to
Which of these statements is true? Is a process of obtaining information about a building or property and storing the information in a system readily available as reference during emergencies and incidents. Arrange the following in accordance to prioritization of the life safety hazard. 1. School. 2. Hotels and rooming houses. 3. Nursing home. 4. Public assembly.
This type of occupancy requires a special pre-incident planning with the concept of defend in place and is equipped for horizontal evacuation.
Which among is not a principle of extinguishment? A technique or principle of extinguishment where unaffected structures are directed with streams to contain the fire. A fire suppression technique where firefighters advance hose lines into a building to attack a fire. A stream intended for offensive firefighting. Interior direct attack. Device to connect individual sizes and lengths of hose, to connect to hydrants and nozzles. AFFF is a fire suppressant used to extinguish flammable liquid fires. What does AFFF stands for? A hazmat incident was reported. Your crew chief dispatches on the scene. Upon arrival in the area, what would be the best action to take first?
How was it? How many did you get? Keep believing that you can. And you will.